morning, YouTube. I swear, I go through so much drama just trying to get online. Um, just early in the morning. I wait till the last minute. I'm laying in the bed, knowing I need to get up. I get up an hour before to live, but I'm just laying there, And good morning, Mike. Good morning, G Quack Traditions. Um, I'm just laying here, and then I'm rushing at the last minute because see, I turned on the AC in the truck. It's like freaking 84 outside, and I'm sweating, and you know I'm trying not to laugh, but I moved it back 10 minutes. Normally, folks don't be on there. I'm like, oh man, there's somebody in the comments. Oh my God, I gotta hear you. Oh boy, um, it feels good to be back, but we have the but. You know, um, as we know here, I'm always working on. I learned a new uh, word, which is a, you know, emotional maturity, which I have none. You know, because again, we know that my emotions are kind of freaking magnified, which I've always believed is unfreaking fair. I don't have regular emotions like everybody else, but you know, um, I recognized on this vacation that I'm getting a little lax in my one personality. I get a little snappy when I'm tired, and I got to learn how to erect the right boundaries, not like bad ones, but good ones. Like, look, I need some rest. If not, I'm gonna get snippy, and I got snippy quite a lot. I got snippy quite a lot, and thanks for coming by, G Quad. I know you're on the way to work. I got snippy, you know, um, quite a few times on this vacation, and I had to recognize it. I could even hear it. I could even hear it in some of my videos. Um, and that's not right because I don't want to be treated differently, and I don't want to be treating anybody else differently. You know what I'm saying? We do these things a lot of times because we don't know, and when we know, we have to do better. That's what I need to work on is the do better part. Um, I need to lose some more weight because a lot of this was, I mean, the older I'm getting, um, stuff is weighing on me. My my limbs and whatnot was, I was in, I'm not gonna lie, I was in a lot of pain, a lot of pain, and it kind of makes it didn't make a good part of the trip pleasant, and a lot of that was I didn't I didn't keep an eye on my blood pressure, my blood sugar. I didn't I'm just checking myself this morning. I didn't keep an eye on my blood pressure, my blood sugar, and I didn't exercise like I should have been. The reason a lot of times, when I first got out here, I was gung ho about walking. Um, I was really gung ho about it. I mean, I would get out, I'd walk out the truck stop, I'd walk up the road, I'm walking, and now with and all this was going on. Trump became president, and all these white racist freaking people came out of the woodwork. And I don't want to get shot walking through somebody's neighborhood. I did have a vest on saying, "Hey, look, I'm telling you, I'm not trying to sneak around. Look at me, I got a reflective vest on." But I stopped doing that, and I got to get back in the habit of maybe at least walking around the truck stop. But a lot of these truck stops are, I'm not, I'm not saying dangerous, but they're not pleasant to be walking around. But I'm gonna have to figure something out. I need to figure something out because the woman I'm with, the woman I'm in love with, the woman I married does a lot of walking, a lot of walking, and I have to accept that. You know what I mean? Um, One other thing that happened, I said it in a short video, and if you ever decide to go down to Costa Rica, there is a thing going on. I'm gonna make a short video. Hey, Sheet, how you doing? Bud? I'm gonna do a short video, like a warning video for people that's going down to Costa Rica, and you could tell they were targeting tourists. They were targeting tourists, and the thing, what they were doing was they were checking your ID. Your American ID means jack shit in Costa Rica. Even though if you Google it, everybody says leave your passport at your room, leave your passport in your hotel so you don't lose it. I'm telling you, it not about the walking around, but if you're driving, if you rent a car and you're in a rental car or you're in a car with someone else, carry your passport. And the reason I know this is because we got jacked. They seen we were in a new car, thought we owned the car, thought we was one of those rich Americans over there in Costa Rica. A lot of them are. They're just, they're not blatant about it, but they got money. And Charles didn't have his passport because, he thought he just needed his license. And you're in another country, so you got to have that passport. A lot of these countries, you got to have a special license to be driving. They don't tell you that. They just let you rent these stupid cars. You know what I mean? You got to have a special international license. I remember that from another video. And, I, and again, I know this was a setup, is because he said, "My friend, we have a problem. You need your passport, your ID." He says, "I have an ID. This, no, you need your passport." And my wife, being quick draw McGraw, because she's always carries her passports in a certain area, on her, in her pocketbook. She pulled ours out because the other officer came to the other side, and when he seen the two passports, he didn't even ask for them because I was handing to it. He didn't even, he turned around and walked away because he thought he got both of us. But the son of a bitch knew it wasn't gonna work. Then, and I apologized for cussing. And it's same thing, with uh, you know, when you got a temporary in the truck in the 18 wheeler, you've got temporary plates. It's a piece of paper you tape to the right side of your passenger side of your window. Well, in this car, it was a brand new. It was a brand new something diesel. Um, that was the temporary plate taped to the window. And he says, "You don't have a plate." Yes, we do. It's right there. And no, you need a plate. And I guess he thought we stupid. And that's going to be a $275 fine. And I'm gonna have to issue that. And then he said, "I don't want to issue that," but he's like, "My friend, help me. to help you. And he pushed up on the car, made sure you know, his gun was nice and visible. Uh, and Charles, he was like, yeah, and he pulled out. He had about $100 on him. Pulled out and gave it to him. My thing was, I wish I'd have knew this was, this is a game because I got something for him. That we what next time I'm gonna do if we ever go back to Costa Rica, I'm gonna give. I'm gonna order that funny money. Not a whole lot of it, but that funny money. And I'm gonna put a regular $5 or a $10 or a $20 bill on top of that and wrap it out and put it like I'm rich. Next time we get caught in some of that, I'm gonna give them that funny money wrapped up in it. Here you go, player. You think somebody slick or get that real funny money? I mean, it's just frustrating. But we were laughing about it. The sad part is we were laughing about it because we knew we got, and he was saying at least he was being polite about it. In the United States, a cop pull a gun on you and point it in your face and say the same thing. You know what I'm saying? More than urban garden comes. You see what I'm saying? In the United States, they'll point a gun at you and shoot your ass. And ain't nobody want to die for some zip lining. And nobody want to die for getting drunk dang near every day. It's time. It was time to go home. And Charles is still there. He's stayed 2 weeks. Um, we could only do 1 week. We would have stayed longer, but the wife's used up all of her vacation time, and mine just kicked in. I got two more. I got 2 more weeks of vacation. And hey, what's up, man? What's up, my man? Yeah, no, you're right. But the fact is that the month, you know, it's so funny that we thought we were getting over. Remember the last time we were there, we thought we was getting over that we had some special sticker in the light in the window, but it just wasn't it wasn't our turn because those cops were getting the locals. They had they had the daggone whole lineup. The cops were getting the locals and roughing them probably. So this bull crap that we think that the United States is the only place that this stuff happens. You know, the U.S. is the only place that this stuff happens is a total farce. You know what I'm saying? It's a total farce. But you know, don't think you can say, well, we need to go back and videotape them and like the United States, like we have a right to video. You go ahead, try that in another country and see if you don't get the crap slapped out of you. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. But it was it was an experience. I think I had more fun this time, even though I was in a lot of freaking pain. I think I had more fun this time than I did. Um, I did. I did the first time. The first time was a lot of variables. Didn't know what was going on. My skin is peeling from the sunburn. I got boy, yeah, my skin is peeling, and I probably won't have grits for a while. I may. I made grits Friday every day. I made grits every day. It's probably because you can't have grits down there. I made grits every day. But I have fun. I have fun making grits. I had fun experimenting with leftovers. I was just cooking and could be cooking. I wasn't even hungry. I just cooking and be cooking. But there's a difference, like Urban Garden Chronicles. She always talks about it. You could really see the difference in the quality of the food. We could joke and say there's a backwoods country back, they so behind the time, but their quality of food was freaking phenomenal. It was unbelievably phenomenal. You could tell the chicken still kept its blood in it. I know you shouldn't be talking about blood, but the chicken still kept the blood in it. The beef, yeah, wow, yeah, you got uh, you gotta watch it. You gotta the thing about doing these things and vacations and stuff. You gotta know your body. And I mean, honestly, I should have. There was a pull-out bed in the living room. In the living room, I should have slept on that bed. I would have been much happier. And I think it's the tonnage going down on me because I'm sleeping fine on this. This is a regular mat, a regular mattress or my air mattress at home. I'm sleeping fine, but I did know that it wasn't even sunny out, but I knew where I was, and I said, you know what? I think this is enough because I'm gonna feel this later. You know what I mean? I said I'm gonna feel this later, and it. I was already aggravated, and this is what I'm talking about. I got to check myself. I done got spoiled again, and thinking I could just say anything. I gotta watch what I say because it's gonna come across wrong. And what am I saying by it? And I had fun. We drove to a touristy area, but the problem with that is you had to spend 99% of your time telling someone, no, I don't want a bead or a bracelet or this or that, or I don't want it. I had to spend 99%, and I knew that's where we are going. If she wanted to go, and I didn't want to say, hell no, this is stupid. We got a beach right up the road. And right at the end of the entrance, there's a bar right there. We can have a good time, you know. But I was like, let's go. You spend, and it's the same people. It's not like different people. It's the same guy circling around with this tooting horn and going, oh, okay, bro, enough's enough. You done asked us 20 times, and then I just stopped. I just even stopped looking at him. And I hate to be like that, but I'm like, ask me 20 times. I don't want none. You got me last year because it was the nuance of buying a gift and stuff like that. You know, um, and don't get me wrong. I know I sound like I'm complaining. Yeah, I can I believe it. Yeah, the beaches over there where we were staying is they leave you alone because they want to be left alone. They don't want to be bothered. And the first place we stayed last year, the lady said I had a good time, but I went over to so and so and got robbed. And what do you mean by that? She went over there with the beach where we were at, probably stayed later, and got robbed. We were right near a beach, and we could have went up to that beach, where we had dinner at. We were right there. Nobody bothered you. Yeah, and you're right. It is for tourists, but I'll be honest. I'm still not used to you know being in another country, and for days. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And it's still a new experience either way. Um, the the part of I guess really the part of coming back in the uh tambourine soda. Okay, okay, Mike. But the fact that I don't know. I think I'm happy that I was blessed that we were we went, and I appreciate you inviting us, and just thanks again. Um, it it was an experience. Yeah. Oh, and I forgot the wife. I had to. Normally, I don't override to. Okay, we're not going to go with that. I'm running things because I'm the man. That okay. Let me know how that go. But back to what I was saying. The wife the wife wanted to book it for next year, and normally, like I said, I'm not. I don't. I don't do it normally an override, a family override, but I had to do a family override because she spotted this condo because we're trying to do an Aruba. That's going to be our next land vacation. She spotted this one. She was like this condo is wonderful. I'm booking it right now, and for your birthday, September next year. But the plan is 2025. Why 2025? Because September of next year, if you look at it, we're going on a cruise. June, as soon as we come back from June, July, August, September. We only got 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Only got 3 months before we'll be leaving again. And now I'm trying to plan that out for Aruba. And she's like, I'm gonna put it on the credit card. Like, no, don't do it. Remember, we said 2025, and the reason is it's too short. You know, we're gonna be doing that. Then turn around. We're going on another cruise uh, on New Year's. Do you see what I'm saying? You got to have some space between this stuff to pay off the bills. You know. Now bullshit. Yeah, I only live once, but plan it out. plan it out. And, you know, we're doing a two bedroom. We're doing a two bedroom so we could invite the lanes to come out with us, but I want to be able to pay for this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be able to, because we, in Aruba, you can do a Harley Davidson motorcycle tour. So I'm going to be looking to. I used to have a motorcycle license, but the mix up with me getting my CDL, they took it off, and when I realized it, oh, it's too late, sir. What do you mean it's too late? It was on my old license. You put it on this one. It's too late. What third couple? Yeah, that. See, that's what I'm saying. You know, we're back to, because COVID ain't over. So let's get that out the way. But it's knocked down to a crawl. Thank God that we can move again. And I know Charles doesn't, and I learned from Charles that we plan out our vacations. And I want to do something like that. And I want to do like the Harley Davidson. You know, the, there's a tour, but you need to have your motorcycle license. So I'm gonna be working on that. And I'm gonna see if we can either rent a car or rent a golf cart. I'm doing simplicity, and just make sure what are the rules or whatever. So we get pulled over there. You know, um, but I'm looking to make sure stuff is planned out, not just throw it on a credit card. You know what I mean? No, don't get me wrong. That stuff gets paid, but plan it out, have stuff set up, have things ready for us to do. Um, have have lazy days, and then have days to do stuff, and then have more lazy days, and have days to do stuff. Um, that's what I'm looking at right now. And then she understood, and she's still looking. She said there's so many wonderful places. Okay, she's happy with it, and I mentioned the other couple, but I don't know how funny it went from three bedroom back to two real quick. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It went from three back to two real quick. I'm just saying. And see, I'm just saying. So no matter what face she makes, she likes the setup we got right now. I, I don't want to mess that up. So I'm like, okay, two bedroom. I'm just saying. See, down at Charles here, you declare war on the Banks family. So the next gift you get, yeah, I can't do it right now. So I'm gonna wait till Christmas or slash your birthday, because I'm still paying on your other gift. But I have been eyeing this. I've been eyeing this for a minute. I've been eyeing this for a minute. But I was like, the man threw down the gauntlet. the, the man threw down the gauntlet because Charles noticed Norma was at the house. Norma fell in love with this freaking ice make. Norma fell in love with this ice maker on the counter. I mean, she just, you know, she was like the water pour person to make sure that this ice maker was okay. And lo and behold, because I'm always checking my front door when camera, and my front, my camera from alarm. So when uh what you call it pulls up in my house, and I'm saying, what did this Jeffro order this time? Because I know it wasn't me. I didn't order nothing. And she said, I ain't order nothing. I said, well, something's at the house. Let's get home. We got uh, not a competition. Okay, it's not a competition. Okay, but it's still war. Yo, I ain't bang. Hey, you can't be outdoing my presence. Nah, fuck that. No, no, everybody don't get this war declaration. Actually, nobody else other than your ass gets this war declaration. So I'm just having fun with my friend. You know, um, I'm not gonna put names out there because they might actually, for once, watch one of my little itty bitty videos. So I'll leave it at that. You know what I'm talking about. But it should let you know that y'all. I appreciate y'all friendship. Y'all good folks, and it's fun to see looks on people's faces that you made an effort, because a lot of times when you get a gift or you say happy birthday, it's a card with nothing in it. It's a it's a tie, or it's something that no one put any thought into. um I finally have friends where I can actually put a thought into um getting them something that I know they'll appreciate. I ain't got no problem buying a person, giving somebody something that I know they're gonna wear the hell out and enjoy it. Um, Norma, I love getting. Yeah, she li- she was like, yeah, I'm taking this to work. I was like, I said like hell, I can. I'm gonna do what we talked about, what you and me talked about. I said like hell, you need to leave that motherfucker better stay right here. And again, should I put should I put the bottled water in there? I'm like, look, have at it, enjoy yourself. And she's she's gonna have a ball with it. And the thing is, like you said, you only live once. But my personality, I have to plan it out. And when I can plan it out, I can make sure the stuff gets paid. You know, I'm kind of struggling, 'cause but I'm gonna pay off this cruise for next year, and then I need to start paying off the the, the other one for New Year's. See, because she wanted to cancel the New Year's one. I'm like, wait a minute. She's like, well, she said cancel, if we cancel the New Year's one, we go to Aruba. I said, but we got people that want to come. We can't just throw it out there that quick. And that's why I was laughing. And I was like, no, we ain't canceling the cruise. I've been wanting to do that. That's one of my bucket lists. We did a Thanksgiving. I want to do a New Year's. I want to do a New Year's cruise. I might I might I might buy a tux again. Do the black and white thing. I don't know. You know what I mean? Good morning, Wanda. Welcome in. Welcome in. Um, I'm investing in stuff like that, but we'll see. wife is trying to call. Hey, you can't be calling me in the middle of the live. This is business. This is business. Ah, oh man. Hey, Urban. I think the thing I sent you. I think what you call it got a hold of it. Uh, um, Border Patrol. They probably heard the jingle in there. Hey, what's this? Okay. Oh boy. But yeah, especially we having a conversation. uh, yeah, but it feels good to have um feels good to have internet. I call y'all my internet friends. Uh, it feels good. And okay, but let's talk about getting back into the swing of things. Um, I'm having one heck of a time now during my vacation. I got my butt up. I got prepared or whatever. Now I'm having a heck of a time getting up. You know. Oh, okay. I'm trying to figure this conversation y'all having on the side, but it's too small. Um, I'm having, getting back to work. I'm heading to Laredo. I'm about 100 miles out right now. So, and in just a few minutes. Hold on one second. Yeah, y'all didn't need to see that. I got my truck back. I could have, um, I could have rolled with an older truck for a little while until a new truck was ready, and now I would have had a new truck. But I, I don't want to go through all that. My old truck. This is my old truck. I'm used to it. I'm used to how it turns. I'm used to how it parks. Um, One thing is, I have to get my head out my butt because I almost got in an accident. I was merging onto a road, and it just proves it because he wasn't right up on me because I looked. I know I looked. You look left, you look right, you look left again, and then you go or right, left, right. Either way, I did it, and it's coming out. Then I have to come out wide, and then halfway through the turn, I'm seeing a truck. Come on. He's going on to the median, but he was getting it and trying to slow down. Then he gave me the finger, but I know I looked. I didn't just go out there. So he must have been rushing or whatever. She knows. Charles, how many damn things I've been doing? You gonna call me right now? I could send her. I'll say. She don't want to get. She don't want to. She don't want any part of my YouTube life. I could send her a link, and but she don't want that. the no, we good. And, and again, I'm not trying to start no shit. I'm trying to fix shit. So y'all can say all that in the background. Yeah, yeah. But now I forgot what I said. Y'all got me all screwed up. But oh, the guy was he was oh, oh yeah, and yeah, look. But then he's giving me the finger, and waving me to come over forward so he can give me the finger some more. Now I had to make the choice of do I want to engage in this or be the professional. So somewhere in this middle of this, I screwed up because I didn't look far enough out to in to look at his speed and see what he was doing or whatever. I didn't look further enough out. You do you see what I'm saying? So he's swerving in front of me, giving me the finger and all this other stuff, and looking at me, and I'm looking straight ahead because I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to engage. 95% of this is my fault because I'm the professional. I should have looked further out. I thought I seen all clear. You know what I mean? I thought I seen the all clear. No, I don't even wave. I'm sorry because I remember one time when I was in Georgia and I did that, and I thought I knew the person, so I had waved, hey, 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 yeah, and the guy followed me. The guy freaking followed me. And then when I got out the truck, he was saying something. Then I looked him dead in the face. I said, hey, mother effer, I done said I was sorry. I thought you was somebody else. What you want to do? But that was when I was younger. Now I done said I'm sorry, and I thought I'm not gonna apologize no damn dang more. See, now I could have got shot or whatever, but now you testing me. You want to keep you want to keep following me. You're gonna swerve in front of me and then cause a really bad accident. Then I could say it's your fault because I do have a camera in here. I don't want to, I want to engage or do all that. Instead I said, okay, let me calm down. I need to get my head out my behind. I got to get back into the business of looking at one, two, three, four, five, six mirrors and gauging everybody, doing the Smith system, acting like I got some sense. Get back in here. Don't F it up because I want to have more vacations. I want to have more fun. I want to have a better life. I need, I don't need to hurt nobody. I don't need to get into accidents. I need to get my head out my behind. I need to focus. It's time to go back to work. So I let him get ahead of me, but he's still hovering. I pulled off the interstate, pulled the brakes for a few minutes, said, okay, let's calm down. Let's reset. Let's get back on the road. You know, everybody thinks it's just you just get in this daggone thing and just drive. There's a lot more to it. There's a lot more variables. I can kill somebody in this thing, and I can be killed. I don't know when I'm coming home. And Charles is right. You only live once. You don't know if you're coming home, but just in case if I do come home, I want to have some money to be able to do stuff. Just in case. Do you see what I'm saying? And but you're right. You know that would be the common sense. Sorry, my bad, but it wasn't like that. Because I'll give you an example. I remember in Chicago, there was no directions on how to get to this place, and I just was terrified. When everybody talk about white knuckling, that means you're holding onto the wheel so tight that your knuckles you can see the white of your knuckles. I remember I was in Chicago, and I was getting to this place, And I know I wasn't the only one that did this because the cops didn't say nothing. I, the GPS was telling me to turn under the trains. The trains are like the raised trains. The GPS was telling me to turn under the trains, and I knew every fiber in my being was like, "Don't do it. You're gonna bring that whole trestle down." And I had no other choice but to go up this one way road that had no high overhangs that could tear this truck up and make me lose my job. I said, "Well, I'm just gonna have to take the ticket." Put my blinkers on, was going slow, and the GPS said I was close. And I asked the person, "Excuse me, I'm trying to find yada yada." And the guy looked at me and he says, "You're here. It's right there." And I was like, "Oh my god!" And I got there, got in the docks, unloaded, and it was the same way getting out of there, getting to the interstate. So I was so screwed up, and I got both hands on the wheels, white knuckling it, trying not to tear stuff up, trying to keep my job, trying to do everything the right way, but there was no other way to do it. I finally got into the interstate, and I was in the middle lane. He was either going 55 or 45, but I was in such a daze, and it didn't dawn on me that I finally made it to safety. And I had this guy, some Caucasian guy on an 18 wheeler drove by me, slowed down on the right side, and he's giving me this and you're pointing and all this other stuff. And I was still in the daze. Then I finally came out of it. I literally finally came out of it, and I went ape. I went ape shit, and I wasn't proud of that. If I'd had a governor, if I didn't have a governor, I'd probably not have a job. Probably wouldn't be a trucker right now. Probably be in jail. And I just went, "You want a piece of me? You want a piece of me? F you and your mother." I'm doing all this, and you could see him. He could see me out of his side mirror, and I'm freaked. "You want a piece of me?" And I'm pointing, "Pull over, pull off, F over, pull." I'm blowing the air horn, bah, 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 "Pull over. You didn't know what I was going through, you son of a blah, blah, pull over." I'm going, and this is what I'm like 80 pounds heavier. I thought I bust a blood vessel or something, and I was going ape shit, and I mean, you could see. Then he sped up and took off. He's like, "Oh." And see, that's what I'm saying. A lot of these truckers, they talk all that crap and then don't want to back it up. I don't want to talk crap. I don't want to back nothing up. I just want to be left alone. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be left alone. And don't push my buttons, because you push my buttons, crazy comes out. I don't like crazy. I want crazy to be left alone. I want crazy to be left behind closed doors. Like that cousin that we got to be in the back room that nobody wants to know lives there. Okay, if you guys don't know, I found a deal. I think these were like in South Georgia, um, point eight, 8.8 pH purified water enhanced with Himalayan minerals and electrolytes, alkaline 88, smooth hydration, purified water. Well, these were on sale. I think like three $3 or something. It was something real low because normally they're like 5 or 6. So I got 6 gallons of it. So I just been drinking and drinking, and normally I got the little itty bitty bottles, the little bottles like that. But I just got one of the things that I get used to my butt sitting in this one spot for 8, 9 hours, that kind of thing. I have a feeling I'm kind of catching up on some sleep. Because I've been sleeping longer and longer. Usually I get up um after 10, but my body is transitioning again. We're gonna figure it out. That's the magic word. We're gonna figure it out. Um, the Great Purge is stopped for now. What I mean by the Great Purge? That YouTube taking my hours. I'm starting to grow again on the hours. Um, where I slowed down on my new friends to my channel, but that's okay. Um, I'll be talking about a few things this week that I've learned. That if y'all look and see the upcoming, you know, I I just went down on a list. It all came to me. Sometimes when you relax and you were looking for subjects, just relax. They'll come to you. Subjects that are pertinent to me and this channel. We'll be talking about them this week, and getting into the process of like having a real discussion. I jumped on Facebook and I turned off my notifications because I knew what I was doing. I was being a butthead. And one guy put this. He says, "Ladies, what if a man says he's not, you know, going to spend money on you? What if a man says he's not going to spend money on you for the first 6 months?" And everybody was dogging him out. Everybody said, just because you cheap, just say it, and I would dump him, I would do this, I would do that, and I would say that, and there's such a double standard. And I wanted to start some stuff. I was in that mood. I said, that's why y'all alone, and that's why you're gonna stay alone and be alone, and that's why you're gonna have a whole bunch of cats. And then I just went on logged off Facebook. The mentality that we have nowadays, that the man is always wrong, the woman's always right, is just plain sad. But you can do something with them chickens. The cats just make everything smell. Cats smell pissy. Oh man, I remember I used to I used to install satellite dishes. Just talk about cats real quick. And I was the person because everybody knew I had sinus problems. So I had, and for a while, that's why I was taking a lot of sinus medicine. I had sinus problem that my nose was always clogged up. So if there was a funky place that nobody else wanted to do, they would call me. Darren, could you come through? I got one of these. I got one of those. Can you help me out? Ain't no problem. And I remember, this house must have had 300 cats in it, and they were everywhere. The drop down ceilings in the basement. They were in the ceiling. Uh, Urban Gun Chronicles. That's how I met my wife. That's how I met my wife. Our first date. Uh, she doesn't realize that's the picture of our first date. We both looked a hot, stinking mess. I first met my wife. Um, and we walked up Stone Mountain, and and we didn't see each other again for at least a month. And, but we talked every day. I didn't even know she was even interested in me. I found a friend and I was happy, you know. But she was actually interested in me, you know. And the thing is, there's a story. And then the person actually says it. It's a video. It's a freaking video. The person says, this man, I got with this man. He uplifted me. I didn't have nothing, and he he paid for my nursing school. He paid for me to get, he paid for me to get this. He paid for me to get that. He always uplifted me. I got my degree. I'm working. I'm doing all this, and then he lost his job. And the lady said, I had to get rid of him. Because she said, I'm not gonna have no man that's not gonna work. What do you mean, no man that's not gonna work? The man lost his job. He brought you out of the dirt, and you couldn't even repay his kindness. Nope. You got to take me to this place. You got to take me to that place. When I was dating, my favorite spot was Fogo, Fogo de Chao in Atlanta, and I would take women there. My wife gets mad that, hey, you took all the people there. No, and I meant this. I didn't I didn't take them to go there to go show off. I saved up my money and I went there because I wanted to go there. I wanted to eat there. They just happened to be tagging along. Exactly. But the thing is, everybody's got this excuse. Times have changed. The government has changed. The situation has changed. A lot of women make more. They make more money than men. Well, my wife does. And do you believe I actually don't care, and I don't even want to know how much she makes. But I know together we're way over the 100K. But I know the way she treats me, the major stuff, because I'm just mellow like that. I don't want to be bothered with it. And I know that she's really good at it, so just handle it. She says, well, we need to do this. What do you think? I want to handle it. And then I'm like, okay, I got to give my 2 cents, and then I'll give my 2 cents. And but she's that type of person that if she sees spare change on the counter and she knows it's mine, she'll grab that spare change. Oh, look what I found. Nothing but money. Thank you. And she enjoys that. And it's the most funniest thing I've ever seen. Yep. It was the most funniest thing I've seen. Now, I've been emasculated in other ways, but when it comes to money, she doesn't emasculate me. And if you don't do that, we good. Because guess what? My money helps pay off that vast amount of credit cards she has. So we good. I'm just trying to get her to calm down because we were going to Aruba. She said I could throw it on this credit card. Oh, no, 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 no. Leave that credit card alone. And she was like, well, I could throw the cruiser. No, 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 no. Leave that card. Let me struggle. Let me pay. I'm paying. I'm doing monthly payments right now. I'm paying. I'm paying that. I'm paying for the cruise. We got to get stuff back in the normal, so we can have extra money. We can have things so we don't go overboard. You see what I'm saying? We still can do these things. We just got to plan them out. Have a plan of attack. To have Wanda's in here to have a budget plan of attack, so we can still have our fun, have our things, and do these things. And that's part of what we do together. That's part of how we handle. We handle. We handle it. And we handle each other, and it is a blessing. And a lot of people, a lot of people's situations, like my situation, might not work for you guys. So I'm not gonna sit here and say do it like we do. You know what I'm saying? Do it like we do. All I know, I finally got something that works for me. I finally have someone that works with me. Yo, that's one of the subjects I'm gonna talk about this week. Don't mess up your blessings. Don't mess up your blessings. We have everybody knows we have a wonderful YouTube creator that, in my opinion, is about to mess up their blessings. What do I mean by that? God will not give you what you want, but He'll give you what you need. Do you see what I'm saying? And every once in a while, when you really look at it, He'll give you your want, and then you'll realize a little bit later on that's exactly what you need. And we always talk, and we always hear this. I don't, I don't need a, I don't need a man. I need to want a man. But things that you ladies are getting so messed up and so misunderstood. A man wants to be wanted, and more important, a man needs to be needed. He needs both. A man needs both. And when a man ain't getting both, that's when he starts to cheat. And he's going in because that chicken head out there is going to give him the want and the need. And then you say, well, why did you do it? I don't know. Well, why? Why? I don't know. You got to give a man his want and his need. And it's not always, everybody think it's sex. When you're 55 going on 56 in a month, it ain't sex no more. Because I hate to say it, half the stuff don't work. Like, half the stuff is something else. As men, we're blocked with our emotions. We're blocked with our wants and needs. And if would you give a man? I'll give me my as an example. She said the wife asked me, what do you want for your birthday? I'm finally with someone that I could say stuff like that because I'm so used to not getting a damn thing. I'm so used to getting zeros, zilch, nada, goose eggs. 8 years. I'm so used to fight after fight after fight after fight after battle after battle after battle after battle. And then when I would say, and then I would say, well, Why am I choosing the wrong people? Why is this happening to me all the time? It's because I've been in the valley for so long that I always chose that person that was no good for me. I want, I'm choosing this and I'm choosing that. I've always chose that person that was no good for me because that's all that I was used to. Well, every once in a while, God's gonna come along and say, "Look, I know your potential. I know your situation. I understand, and you don't even realize I've already seen what's gonna happen 10 years down the line. I've already know what's gonna happen. This is what you need." And if you're hard headed behind, we'll just sit back and look at the situation. It's going to be what you want also, and what you want is peace. What you want is understanding, and what you want is happiness beyond understanding. And I was reminded of that. I was literally reminded, and I'm gonna cut this part of this conversation. I'm gonna use the next couple of days. I was reminded of that zip lining across the valley in Costa Rica. Well, I told okay, yeah, I'll leave it at that. But I told Norma, I told, I told Norma I wanted a GoPro 10 since since we had the scare of me losing the GoPro 7 when I thought I had a GoPro 8. I had the old ass GoPro. Um, I don't even, uh, I don't even know what I want. But you know what, Urban? I'm gonna give you an example. Um, and I got frustrated, but then I was like, wait a minute, this is my territory. I know, I haven't been home for a while, and my lawn got, man, they overgrown, and with Bermuda, once you cut it, it's gonna be yellow as heck, and it's coming back green now. And I was like, Dad, babe, you could have got the lawn, you could have did this, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's my territory. Um, I, and every once in a while, no, I'm gonna give you a better need. And this, it could, I could be defining this wrong, and I apologize if I do. She just comes to me and puts her hand on my face and kiss me on the cheek or whatever. It says, you know, thank you for being my husband, and I just want you to know I appreciate you. You don't know how much of a boost the world could end tomorrow, and you could call me Super Ninja. Literally, the world can end tomorrow, but just because she said that and actually meant it, oh my God. Do you see what I'm saying? It, it's just the basic. Oh, I don't. It's kind of hard to explain. It's knowing that someone wants you in their life, and knowing that that person is saying, that yeah, I can survive without you. We all know that. We all know that. Let's not sugarcoat it. We all can survive without each other. But I would be miserable without you. You know what I'm saying? And again, but in my reality, that's defined as a need. Do you see what I'm saying? And again, I'm not gonna say that I'm right. I'm not gonna say that I'm right, but I'm giving you an example of how it makes me feel. You know what I mean? See, we've gone on so much that I could do everything by myself. And then when you do that, it changes your natural energy. It changes your natural energy. And you become someone that you originally wasn't. And a lot of people that you ever see these folks that I need a thug, I need this, and I need street ninja and all that. You know what? All those people weren't originally that. Their energy changed because they had to survive. And again, I'm not acting like I know what I'm talking about, but when you have someone that just says, "I need you" or "appreciate you," I'm thankful that you're in my life. I thank God for you. I thank whoever I need to thank for you. I thank the situation. I appreciate it. Um, yeah, you're right. And a lot of times I would get on these lives. I would say what I had to say, and then bye, deuces, click. 'Cause I don't want, I know my temper. Even though I am a nice person, I perceive it. I like being nice. But I do have a temper, and I don't want to be kicked off other people's lives and blocked. You know what I mean? And the thing is, we can choose to be alpha. In See, the reason I don't like that word alpha because my father was an alpha male and he was a royal dick. He was the biggest a hole, but he was still my father. I don't want to be an alpha, and that might be that is childhood trauma. I'm not gonna say might. That is childhood trauma. I don't want to be an alpha, but boy, it'll creep up every once in a while. And that's what I was talking about earlier. I have checked myself because I like being happy. It's too easy having misunderstandings face to face. Shoot, I apologized to Charles on vacation because I'm blaming him, and then the video says something different, and I was like, oh shit, I have to apologize. Not even to have to, I need to apologize because we went on the jungle slide of death, and you can hear him say, "Yeah, yeah, he's gonna go fast," and I said, "Yeah, yeah, go fast." Until halfway through the slide, my helmet almost falls off. My GoPro takes off behind me. I'm almost ricocheting off the side of this thing. I'm throwing my hands up, and everybody says, "Keep your hands up in here." I'm trying not to get killed. Hold up. About to get off here. She just called again. Um, that means I got 5 minutes. I'm about to get killed. Then I lose my GoPro, And then I'm slightly mad, but then I was reminded of the prayer that I said, that I said I had asked God, and I said, I want to live. He said, I'm gonna put this crazy some of my bitch in their life that wants to do crazy stuff, wants to live and do these things. And you said, yeah. And I felt like a asshole. I felt like a moron, even though I almost was freaking careening off this thing. But he did not push me to do that. I said, yeah. And that's a misunderstanding. And with friends, you need to straight up apologize and mean it. And I meant it when I said, and I'll tell y'all because he's online. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I was being an emotional, immature dick because I was terrified. Because I promise you, they said we heard you coming because I was screaming like a bitch because I was scared. You don't go on that jungle slide that fast. Not me. Because I mean, I almost, I almost shot out that thing. And I probably would have hit a tree. But that's all right. I said, yeah, let's do it. Next time, I need to have those arm pads, knee pads, elbow pads, and a motorcycle helmet. Then I should be good. You know what I mean? But see, that's a part about being a real. Everybody say being a real. Apologize. Don't double down. Say you're fucking sorry. And that goes with everybody in relationships. Apologize. You know you're wrong. Don't double down. Say you're sorry, for Pete's sake. So you can get through something and people can have better understanding of each other. Just fucking say you're sorry. Sorry, I, I'm going off the deep end here. Just say you're sorry, and something might actually come of it. And I promise you, I felt like a hole for days after that. Literally for freaking days. And I wouldn't even knew I was in the wrong until that dude found the GoPro. Found the freaking GoPro. Unbelievable, right? Humbling experience. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna last longer. I'm gonna put the wife off. She's calling, calling, calling. I gotta apologize, but I'm gonna tell her, look, I'm doing my line. You should have went online, and you would have knew I was on the line. You know what I mean? But you guys have a blessed day. We shall see y'all tomorrow. And as always, know if you don't think nobody loves you, God loves you, and I love you too. Be blessed. Don't be stressed. And know it's possible to want and need somebody. But Urban, we talk every day, twice a day, every day. Y'all be blessed. And just know if you don't think nobody loves you, God loves you, and I love you too. Have a nice day.